Hey out there, legal warriors. What can a porch pirate be charged with when they take that package from your porch, from your house, from your garage? And when that person is finally caught, what are the possible charges that porch pirate can face? If you're interested in this area of the law, stay tuned. This is the video for you. My name is Attorney Lance Fryrear. I'm a defense attorney in Linwood, Washington. My law firm's been defending people charged with crimes all throughout Washington state for more than 20 years, and I'm putting out these videos to help educate the public. So if you find this useful, please like and please subscribe. More people get to see it. More people get the help they need. Now I'm just going to jump right into it. So a porch pirate is a term, at least that I've heard, to describe people that do a terrible thing, in my opinion. They go and they find packages, delivered by Amazon probably or whoever, on someone's porch, and they steal them. And we've seen videos on YouTube about people running up and grabbing things, and hopefully they fall down or something when they grab it, and karma gets them. But when karma doesn't get them, sometimes law enforcement gets them, either through being identified and apprehended, luckily right at that moment, or more likely through research, through video, through detectives, through license plates, through similar offenses, and sometimes from people turning in the person that's doing this type of porch pirating. And we've had a few people call our office that are victims of that type of situation. And while we're defense attorneys, and we don't do that type of victim work, we'll still share with the victim of that crime some things they can do. And also, sometimes they're curious about what charges that person may face if they are apprehended. And so I'm going to cover this for Washington State. So let's say it's a typical case where an Amazon package is taken. In that case, if the package was just on the porch, and we assume that the typical Amazon package has a value inside of less than $750, the most likely charge is theft in the third degree. Theft in the third degree is a gross misdemeanor, $5,000 fine, 364 days in jail maximum. Lots of ways to defend that case if you're defending the porch pirate. But it's not the most serious charge in the world. How could the charge become more serious? How can we have more teeth if we're trying to, deal with this problem? Is something that law enforcement might ask. Well, if the porch pirate does something a little bit differently, if they, go into, let's say there's a package and for some reason it gets delivered to a garage, it's inside some type of structure. If the person who's stealing the package enters a building on the property illegally and takes the package, that's going to up it to a felony in most cases. That would be the charge of burglary if it's a business that they're stealing from, where the package is inside a building, or residential burglary if it's inside a building at someone's personal residence. And then that's a major felony that will carry quite a bit of jail time, loss of gun rights, loss of voting rights. Lots of things will happen in Washington state. So if that package is just sitting out on the porch, we're probably talking gross misdemeanor, theft in the third degree. If it's in a structure, then we're most likely talking the charge of burglary. There are some other situations, though, to consider. Sometimes packages nowadays get delivered into a locked container. And I've seen cases where someone breaks into that locked container that's designed for packages and steals the packages out of the locked container. In that case, we would also be adding on a charge of malicious mischief, property destruction. And if that's a high-tech box, it's one of those electronic ones that's worth quite a bit of money, we could be talking about a felony for that type of damage. The malicious mischief charge could be a felony, or it could be a non-felony, most likely a gross misdemeanor. So that's three different charges we're looking at. A fourth charge that we sometimes see is a charge of criminal trespass. Now, we don't often see that with the porch pirate cases because criminal trespass means that you are on property that the public didn't have a right to be on. And I think there's a line of thinking that people are allowed to at least walk up someone's sidewalk and knock on their door. And so if a person would be able to walk up the sidewalk, walk up to your porch and knock on your door to see if you were home, they're probably legally being where they can be, even for the wrong purposes, if they're, taking something from in front of your door. Now, I've seen some prosecutors go ahead and charge that based upon, what the intent of the person was, but I think it's a little bit of a struggle to prove criminal trespass unless the porch pirate is going somewhere where they're not allowed to be, right? If they're going into your bushes, well, public's probably not allowed to be in your bushes. If they're sneaking around your backyard, well, clearly the public's not allowed to be in your backyard. So there we might have a charge of criminal trespass. I think the most serious charge that could be faced by someone who's taking a package is the porch pirate who gets confronted by the homeowner, right? Some of us have Ring doorbells, we have other cameras at home, and we get notified if someone is on our porch. And I can see a case that could happen where the homeowner chases after the person who's stolen the package, and now a physical struggle ensues. And if that wrongdoer who has taken the property illegally assaults the homeowner, that can easily be upgraded to one of the most serious charges in Washington State, a charge of robbery. We see charges of robbery in stores like Target and other places where someone shoplifts and they fight with security on the way out. And that goes from a simple theft 3 gross misdemeanor to a major crime robbery. Now, whether it gets charged or not may depend on the nature of the injuries to the homeowner or the person that was trying to apprehend the wrongdoer who was taking the package. That is the most serious thing we could face. Well, Lance, what if it's a very valuable item? What if it's a computer? What if for some reason we didn't have to sign for it, it's left on our front door, it's worth more than $750? Well, then we're likely talking about a higher level of theft, a felony theft, theft second degree or theft first degree. Once we get above $750, we're talking felony theft, and that's much more serious to face that type of charge. Additionally, if we want to think about some type of credit card that's left at our, for some reason, like a FedEx package is left and it's a credit card being sent to us, that could be a felony as well. Theft of access device, right? An access device, a way to access an account, that can also be a serious charge. So what do we tell people that call us up how we can fight this type of thing? Well, we can think of the obvious reasons that these things happen is because we don't pay attention, we don't get our packages soon enough, we don't have them secure in any way. So what we want to do is, of course, live in a situation where we try to frequently take things off of our porch. We don't leave them there if we're out of town. If we're out of town, we have someone else gather the packages. I live next door or very close to family, and I'm always watching for their packages. They're watching for mine. And also video can help apprehend someone, but it's useful to have multiple angles because almost always there's going to be a car involved, right? Oftentimes there's 2 people involved in this. One person's in the car waiting to take off with it. Another person's running out and jumping back to the car. So oftentimes these things are caught through license plates and through really high quality video. Also, if we have dogs, they start barking when someone's at the front, delivery person or otherwise, that can be helpful as well. So this is a video that really isn't about criminal defense. It's about the criminal law, and hopefully this gives you some idea of what can happen to someone who steals your package. And if you're out there stealing packages, please stop. It affects all of us. It's not good for anybody, and you're eventually going to get caught, and the sentences are pretty harsh. I find the sentences for porch pirates harsher than others because the system rarely catches as many people with that type of theft, and so oftentimes prosecutors and judges make an example of people that are caught being porch pirates. If you find this video useful, please like and please subscribe. More people get to see it. And more importantly, if you have a criminal matter in Washington State, if you're charged with a crime, feel free to give my office a call. If we get on board, we'll listen to what happened, we'll identify a way forward. We will be there for you. Thank you.